All righty, Daniel, thank you so much. Well, with warmer weather on the way this weekend, gardeners may be wondering whether it's time to start working in the garden. Yeah, the quickest answer, of course it is.
Yes, we're so excited about this. Now this morning, our friends from the Gardeners Outpost, Carol and Randall, are here to tell us how we can start our spring gardens. Good morning, friends.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Good. All right, we have a beautiful spread. I mean, talk about wake up and smell the flowers. I love it. Talk to us about what we have here.
Well, right here we have a grouping of perennials here, and then we have some shade perennials and some sun annuals right there. And this gives you an idea of the complexity of colors that you can have this early in the spring. Because all these right now are all starting to wake up in your yard, especially like the pin cushions here. They should already be starting to come up. Your coreopsis are just starting to show. Candy Tuft, this wonderful white flower right there, it's already coming up in the yards and putting on its show. And then these coral bells, or also known as Heuchera, they're going to be coming up and they're going to be showing in your shady locations in your yard. And then the annuals, of course, you got to plant them annually.
Right.
So we got to put those in order to get the color mix that you want.
I love it.
So we all kind of, to get that color mix there, you mentioned, so you have the sun and the shade. So these are specific to where your garden is. So when you're going into a plant shop and you're trying to buy something, what are you looking for? How do you kind of decipher this?
Well, the best way to do it is when you go in, okay, you know, I'm putting in a bed in the sun. So you go over to the sun section, and then you want to start either on the back of the bed or with your bones, your big stuff, which would be like your coleuses and whatnot, stuff that's going to get big. And then you want to think about your plant coming down so down to like the draping area and the lower level, the ground. So that way when you're building it, and you can build it in those little flats that they have.
Right.
You can just build it in there so that you lay it out in such a way that it kind of sweeps towards you.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I love this. Okay, so that's a really good idea to have when it's time to lay these out. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about, soil. I know that's going to be so important. How do you determine what type of soil you need for your spring plants?
The best way first is to take a look at it. And what you want is to see a soil that it needs to be black, full of like little bits of wood and chip, lots of humus, kind of light and fluffy. If you don't have that, you can bring a sample to us. We can take a look at it. We can run a test on it. I can also just kind of you can kind of eyeball the way the soil looks, and you know what kind of compost and amendments that you want to
That's
do.
because you're an OG in this game, okay?
Been doing it for a week or two.
Yeah, just a week or two.
The other thing is, like, for these guys, you want more native soils, more sand in there. These guys, you want fluffier, richer soils, so you could almost plant those like compost and a little bit of potting soil.
And then it depends on whether or not it's in ground or in a container.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing too. So it all kind of
in
depends.
mind. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting there too. On if it's going into the actual ground or it's going into a potted plant. So you kind of have to decipher the soil, the water, how much intake as well.
Love that.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
really quick, we've got a little bit of time left. What's the biggest mistake that you see people make with their spring gardens?
Ignoring the soil.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is it.
We've
Yep.
covered it. All right. Now, for my friends who would like to learn more information about Gardeners Outpost, where can they do that at?
Instagram, Gardeners Outpost _ Outpost, and Gardeners Outpost on Facebook.
There you go. All right, friends, that soil is so important.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by this morning. We always appreciate it. Well, still ahead, you guys, don't go anywhere. We got Disney versus DeSantis. That's right, the company and the Florida governor have settled their years-long dispute. We're going to bring you the details and 3 things you need to know happening around the world after the break.